Soil that isn't covered with vegetation is no different than an open flesh wound in humans. Covering the earth with even the simplest form of vegetation starts the incredible process of regeneration. Our lack of understanding of the importance of the vegetative layer covering Earth's crust is our biggest environmental failure. We need to consider vegetation the protective layer of life, the regenerative starting point. Our soils are tired. We're constantly covering them and uncovering them, never allowing our soils to regenerate and rest. Everyone knows covered soils are healthier than bare soils. Soil health depends on vegetative cover. It is that simple.
We have to start considering that we have vegetation above ground and we have life forms that are helping the vegetation above ground be healthy. And that relationship between the two layers has to be the focus of us making this planet green again.
Humans will scramble to save this planet. Bare soils have a huge problem. They degenerate at a rapid rate. Time to cover the earth again with a living skin.
Yeah, I want to talk about covering our planet, our soils with vegetation. The benefits are incredible. And what happens is, out of all the things we can do to this planet or for this planet, covering the Earth's surface with vegetation and plant material is probably the starting point of healing this planet. What I mean by that, if you have certain areas covered with vegetation, the wildlife comes in, the soil underneath improves itself. It's like this unfolding mechanism of life regenerating itself. That's the importance of covering our planet with vegetative matter again. What happens to us is we have this understanding of agriculture that is covering the land, stripping it, covering the land, stripping it, covering the land, stripping it. And what happens is our soils will get incredibly tired if you keep doing that. Every piece of land that is covered with vegetation needs breaks. It needs these periods where everything can recover, where everything can sort of adjust itself, where soils can get really healthy again. So the relationship between vegetation and the microorganisms, the fungi, and all the things that live in the soil is very delicate. It's a downward movement, a sideward movement of improvement, upward movement. So basically we're creating this circle where all the energies are going in different directions, healing themselves, improving themselves, and creating energy for other life forms as well. So by covering the earth, we're lowering the soil's temperature. We're working in a temperature that is better for the microorganisms and fungi to actually function. When they're overheated, they don't do well as well, same as the plants. Everything that gets overheated doesn't do well. So by protecting the Earth's layer, we are lowering that soil temperature anywhere where the soil is covered with vegetation. Now what happens is these microorganisms and the fungi and all these things that are in the soil can work at optimum rates. They can supply the soil with what it needs from them, and the soil can give back by providing them with energy to process, to harvest. And this beautiful circle is very interesting, that it's not the main focus of environmental movements. What I mean by that is if you had clovers, native grasses, weeds even, whatever it is to cover a bare spot of soil, the trees will come, the native trees will show up. You know, birds will nestle in there and have droppings that turn into trees. This cycle will happen. But on bare, sun-scorched dirt, those things can't happen. The starting point isn't there. The beginning isn't there. So we're obviously all aware of, you know, erosion problems and wind erosion, water erosion. When you have vegetation on the land, the water is retained better. All those things are obvious, but what I'm really trying to get at is the relationship between what's going on in the soil underneath the plants and why the vegetation above is so important for the life forms that are in the soil. Most likely the most important thing to have healthy soil is to have that symbiotic relationship between plants and the microbes in the soil, being protected and being supplied in a circular fashion, that everyone is happy and everything is thriving in such a way that this planet could very easily be covered again with life.